mixed conditionals. Let's talk about the first one, because remember, as I said, we've got 2 to go through today. So the first one, this one is a present result of a past condition. Okay, so something that happened in the past. I'm imagining something happening in the past, and the present result it could have if it happened. So we use this to talk about an unreal, an imaginary past situation and its probable event in the present. Okay? So, for example, if I had studied harder in school, I would have a better job now. So I've got if, subject I, had studied, so this would be my past perfect, and then harder in school, my kind of blah, blah, blah here. If I had studied harder in school. So my question is, did I study hard in school? No. But I'm imagining, if I had studied harder in school, how could the situation be different now in the present? Well, I would have a better job now. So I use the subject, I use would, and then I use the present tense, okay? But I've called it the base verb because we're not conjugating like the present simple. I wouldn't write I would have, you would have, he, she, it would, has, okay? I don't conjugate it. It always stays as the base verb. What do I mean by base verb? It's the infinitive, but without the to, basically, okay? I would have a better job now. So do I have a good job now? No. I mean, I do. I'm imagining, okay? No, I don't in this situation, but I'm imagining if it was different in the past, it would be different in the future, okay? So, of course, I can change the order of the sentence. I would have a better job now if I had studied harder in school. As I always say, the difference is very minuscule. It's just in the emphasis. So if it's here at the start, it means that I'm emphasizing it more. If I had studied harder in school, here I'm emphasizing the I would have a better job now part, okay? That's the only difference. And you'll also notice I just remove the comma when I change it round, okay? So there's no comma here. I mean, you can put it, but it's not what we normally do. You can also change would to could, should, normally for questions, and might. For example, if I had studied harder in school, I could have a better job now, okay? Or I might have a better job now. So you can change that modal verb depending on the kind of level of probability you want to, or ability even, you want to talk about. How are we doing in the comments? Are we understanding this? Let's see. Someone said, you've been doing this for almost a month. I know, alive every single day this October to celebrate being online for a year. So yeah, every single day. But I finish next Wednesday, guys. So take advantage. I finish these lives next Wednesday. Then I will disappear. No, I'll be around. Don't worry. We'll go back to normal videos. People are saying, no, they understand. Fantastic. If I hadn't been lazy, I would have a better life now. Exactly. Can we use it any time? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Can we use it any time? Well, I mean, if you're talking about a situation where you want to talk about how something could have been different in the past and how it could affect the present, then yes, you can use it anytime you like. It depends. Now I'm confused. How to distinguish mixed conditional and third conditional? I know, yeah, this is getting tricky now. So your third conditional, I would have had a better job, okay? I would have had a better job. You're imagining how things were different in the past. So I would have a better job. You're imagining how things are different in the future because of a past consequence, a past action. You're imagining if that situation was different, how does it affect the present? Okay? While with third conditional, you're imagining if something changed in the past, how could it have changed the past? Okay? I hope that makes sense. Third conditional, past. Mixed conditional, in this case, talk about something changing in the past, affecting the present. Okay? Any other questions about that? Someone's asked, what's the difference between this and third conditional? I just explained, so I hope I helped you. If I hadn't met you, I might not be your wife now. Exactly. Yeah. So you're talking about, if I hadn't met you, I wouldn't be your wife now. So is that person married now? Yes, they are. But they're imagining if it was different in the past, how could the present be? Let's see. Someone said, oh my gosh, you're talking about conditionals. My professor was talking about that. Us teachers love conditionals. Okay, so the next one. So remember, we've got two conditionals today, two mixed ones. This is the second one. This one is the past result of a present or continuing condition. Okay, this sounds a bit strange, but let me explain. So we use this to talk about an unreal present situation and its probable past result. So, for example, if I didn't like him, I would have broken up with him months ago. If I didn't like him. So this is something which is a present or continuing condition. So it's something that is true. Okay, well, in this case, it's not true. Okay, if I didn't like him. So did I like him? Yes, but I'm imagining in a present world, if I didn't like him. Sorry, hold on. This is in the... Oh, no, it's past simple. Sorry, I got confused there. I thought it was meant to be in present simple. I thought, oh no, that sounds weird. So if I didn't like him, but I do like him in the present, but I'm imagining, if I didn't like him, then I think about how a situation could be different in the past. I would have broken up with him. So I'm thinking now, I like him, but if I didn't, I would have left him. Let me give you another example. If I didn't have a fear of spiders, I would have removed it from the bathroom. Okay, bathe room, the bathroom. So if I didn't have a fear of spiders, so in this context, I do have a fear of spiders. Okay, I am scared of spiders. I have a fear of spiders. And I'm imagining, but if I didn't have a fear of spiders, so I'm talking about a present condition, I'm talking about how something that happened in the past could have been different. I would have removed that spider from the bathroom, but because I am scared of spiders, I didn't do it. Okay, that would be the difference with this one. So, do I like him? Yes, in reality I do, but I'm imagining if I don't like him, okay, but I put it in past simple, it's just the structure, but we're still referring to the present. Am I still together with my boyfriend? Yes, I am, because I would say I would have broken up with him months ago. I'm thinking in another parallel universe, how things could be different. Am I imagining how the past could have been if I didn't like him? Yes, that's exactly what's going on here. What do we think about this one? Are we clear on this one? Let's see. If I wasn't honest, I would have grown a Pinocchio nose ages ago. If I didn't cook, you could have been hungry. Exactly, yeah. Let's see. A perfect tense for imaginary situations. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Are you looking for a perfect tense or what do you mean? Present perfect? if I didn't bite by a spider, that sounds like you had the spider and you were you bite the spider. So if I wasn't bitten by a spider, I wouldn't be a Spider-Man. Not quite. So if I wasn't bitten by a spider, I would have not become Spider-Man. I think that's what you're trying to say. Anyway, yeah, let's see. Him months ago. Thank you for the correction. Yeah, broken up with him months ago. Perfect. So again, I can change the order of this and I can say, I would have broken up with him months ago, no comma. If I didn't like him, it just changes the stress. I can also change would to could, should, normally in questions, and might. If I didn't like him, I might have broken up with him months ago. Maybe not. Maybe I would have. Who knows? It's a conditional. So I hope that's clear so far. People seem to be understanding so far in the comments. So yes. If I didn't have a decision to come to the UK, I wouldn't have learnt English via Emma on YouTube. Very good. Let's practice. So this first question is to practice the first conditional that we looked at, and the second question is to practice the second conditional that we looked at. So the first one, I'd like you to write your answer in the comments. What would you have now? What would you have now? What would you have now? That makes no sense. If you had worked, what would you do now? I think I wanted to say. I mean, it still makes sense, but what would you have now? I would have a bigger house. But what job? I don't know. No, it was right. What job? I'm tired, guys. It's been a long day. What job would you have now if you had worked harder in school? Tell me, if you had worked harder in school, what job would you have now? So, if I had worked harder in school, I would be, what would I be? I would be a doctor, for example. Okay. If I had worked harder in school, I would be a doctor. I also need a comma. What do we think? What do we think about this one? If you didn't teach English, how would my English have improved? Very good. Can we say, if I hadn't liked him? No, you can't say that. It's not correct. What do we think about this one? If you hadn't worked harder in school, if you had worked harder in school, what job would you have now? If I'd worked harder in school, I'd be an astronaut. If I'd worked harder in school, I'd be an English teacher. If I'd worked harder in school, I'd be a lawyer. Fantastic examples. Good. How about the next one? If you didn't enjoy studying English, what language would you have studied instead? This is getting pretty complex. So if you didn't enjoy studying English, I'm going to assume that you enjoy studying English. Okay, this is a present condition. You now enjoy studying English. Okay, now you enjoy it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Yeah. You enjoy it now, and I'm asking you, what would you have studied instead if you didn't enjoy it now? Okay, in the past, what would you have studied? So I'm going to change mine, because I know English. I'm going to change mine to Spanish. So if I didn't enjoy Spanish, I would have studied, I don't know, something. Let's go with Japanese. I would have studied Japanese. That's something different. Do we have any Japanese speakers in the house? Probably not many. I think everyone would be sleeping in Japan now. Let's see. So some people have got some ones from before. If I'd worked harder at school, I would be an engineer. If I would be a neurosurgeon if I'd worked harder in school. I would be an engineer. If I didn't enjoy studying English, I would have studied French. Fantastic. If I didn't have the results so quickly, I would have taken time to enjoy my trip. I would have studied French. Fantastic. If I didn't enjoy studying English, I would have studied Russian. Yeah, Russian's a good one. And Russian's really tough as well. I've heard the grammar is really hard. If I didn't enjoy studying English, I would have studied Arabic. Don't forget, guys, to capitalize the languages, yeah? So here, Arabic is written with a small a. You must capitalize it. If I didn't enjoy studying English, I would have studied Chinese. I would have studied French. I would have studied Chinese again. I would have studied Germany. Now, Germany is the country. You would study German, okay? What about Arabic? Do you like it? I do. I've always wanted to learn Arabic, but it's finding the time. I mean, right now I'm learning Spanish, German, and Portuguese, so if I threw Arabic in there as well, I think my brain would explode. If I didn't enjoy English, I would have studied German. I would have studied French. If you had not slept at night, you would be sleepy all day. Yeah, okay. I forgot the have, no problem. Try Finnish. Yeah, I've heard Finnish is pretty tough as well. And even the sound, I love the sound of Finnish. It's really good. If you didn't enjoy studying English, I would have studied Italian. Good. Do you speak Spanish, Emma? A little. Yeah, I can communicate in Spanish. If you didn't enjoy studying English, if I didn't enjoy studying English, I would have studied Spanish. Fantastic. Lots of fantastic examples. So you have so many examples now. You've practiced in the comments. You've had some feedback from me. If you're watching the replay, then please go ahead, write the sentences in the comments. And if I give it a like, it means it's okay and it's perfect. But do practice. So I'm going to finish the live here because we've been talking about conditionals for a while. You're probably tired of me now. But I hope you have a fantastic week. Don't forget there'll be another live lesson tomorrow. I do need to reschedule it though, so the time will be slightly different to the one that I did post on Instagram and Facebook. I'll have to reschedule it, so I'll let you know about that time. I may have to even reschedule it for Friday, but I mean, 2 lives in one day on Friday. Great. Anyway, have a fantastic evening, everyone, or night, afternoon, morning, wherever you are, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye.